This week's portion is the portion of Bereshis. In it, we are taught about the 6 days of creation. And on the first day of creation, God created light. It says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Now Rashi explains that God actually removed this very same light and he hid it to save it later for the righteous when Mashiach comes. The Rebbe asks two questions on this. First of all, what's the whole purpose of light anyway? It's to serve a purpose for someone or something to benefit from it. For humans or animals to see. For plants to grow. So why was it created on the first day before anything else? Who's out there to benefit from it? So what are you going to tell me? God created it on the first day to prepare it for them. If so, the Rebbe says, then still, you don't have to create light until you create Adam, who was created on the 6th day. Create light, let's say, on the 5th day. Or if you want light for plants, you don't have to create light till the 3rd day, which is the day the plants were created. You could create light on the 2nd day or early 3rd day. Why was it necessary to create light on the first day? Second question, if according to what we just said, that the purpose of light is to be a light unto others, to be revealed to others, why did God take it away and hide it? The opposite of its nature and what it's meant for. Furthermore, God knew that he was going to take it away. So why create it in the first place? Create it just to take it away right after? So the Rebbe gives an explanation based on a medrash, and through the medrash we'll have a better understanding of all this. The medrash compares God's creation of the universe to the work of a human architect. When a person wishes to build something, first he fixes his purpose in his mind. Then he starts his labor. So too, when God wished to create the world, he had a purpose in his mind. What was that purpose? To make this world a dwelling place for him. Through taking darkness and turning it into light, we do just that. Let there be light was the first statement in creation because light is the true purpose of existence. Through the study of Torah and the fulfillment of mitzvahs, divine radiance, that light is revealed in the world. If light is the purpose of existence as a whole, and we know that each individual is a small world in his or her own right, light is therefore the purpose of each and every one of us. That he or she transform his or her own situation and environment to light and goodness instead of darkness. This alone can answer our questions. This light that was created on the first day wasn't for light to see or plants or light to grow plants. That will come from the sun, which is created on the 4th day of creation. This light of the first day served as a sign that this is your purpose. Let there be light in your own world and in your own life. And there was light, and there will be light. The light is here, but it's hidden. God removed it for the time when we complete our service in this world, when Mashiach comes. But don't get me wrong, it's here. And it's actually what gives you the power and the strength to reveal light in this world. Therefore, this light created on the first day didn't serve a purpose. It was the purpose. The story is told of a wealthy man who had 3 sons. It's a famous story, as he was uncertain as to which son he would give the business off to. He devised a test. He took his 3 sons to a room, completely empty, and he said to each of them, fill this room as best you are able. The first son got to work immediately. He called in all the bulldozers and earth-moving equipment and all that, and they got busy. By the end of the day, the room was filled, floor to ceiling, wall to wall, with earth. The room was cleared. Second son has his chance now. He was, I guess, more of the accountant type, so he had no shortage of paper. Boxes, files, archives, and records that had been just standing and accumulating dust for years and years, suddenly they found a new purpose. It didn't take long, and the room was absolutely filled again from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, with paper. Again, the room was cleared. The third son was given his turn. He seemed very relaxed and didn't appear to be gathering or collecting anything at all with which to fill the room. He waited. He waited until nightfall. And then he invited his father and the family to join him at the room. Slowly, he opened the door. The room was absolutely pitch dark, engulfed in darkness. He took something out of his pocket. It was a candle. He lit the candle, and suddenly the room was filled with light. He, the third son, got the job. That's your job. Create light in your life. And it doesn't require you to turn over the world. All you need to do is light the match. There's a famous story told by the late Israeli ambassador Yehuda Avner about his private audience with the Rebbe. The Israeli ambassador was there to report how a meeting went with Prime Minister Menachem Begin and President Jimmy Carter. It went on for hours till early in the morning, and the discussion turned from politics to what the Rebbe's mission is. What's his goal or purpose of everything that he does? All the campaigns, the shluchim, etc. To which the Rebbe said the following: I will tell you what I'm trying to do. Yehuda, imagine you are looking at a cupboard. You open the cupboard, and you see there a candle. But I tell you that it is not a candle. It is a lump of wax with a piece of string inside. When does the wax and the wick become a candle? When one brings a flame to the wick. That is when the wax and the wick fulfill the purpose for which they were created. That's what I try to do, says the Rebbe, to help every man and woman fulfill the purpose for which they were created. Ambassador Avner was sitting there listening to him, impressed by the authority in his voice. And then the Rebbe said these words: Ha'esh ze eish haTorah. The fire is the fire of the Torah. When one brings the flame to the wick, one ignites the soul. For the wick is the soul. And it gives the life to the body, which is the wax. And then the body and the soul fulfill the purpose for which they were created. And that happens through the fire of Torah. By the time the meeting was over, it was already past 2 a.m, and the buzzer, which Rabbi Groner was buzzing the entire time, which was going on in the Rebbe's office, the Rebbe kept on ignoring it because the Rebbe was the only one who had access to open up the door. He kept on saying to Yehuda, don't pay attention. Finally, Ambassador Avner rose, and as he was about to leave, he asked the Rebbe a question. He said, has the Rebbe lit my candle? The Rebbe answered, no. I have given you the match. Only you can light your own candle. With that, he parted with probably lots to think about. You see, you do your part in life, and your part is lighting the candle. Once you do your part, God will do the rest. Now, this Sicha of the Rebbe, which I am saying over now, in the Sicha, the Rebbe takes it even a step further. If light is the purpose of every created thing, it follows that it must also be the purpose of darkness itself. Darkness does not exist only in order to be conquered or avoided, thereby presenting man with a choice between good and evil. The fulfillment of darkness is when it is changed, when the bad becomes good, when darkness is transformed into light. The problems that we meet in life, that we face, it sometimes makes us despair even of winning the battle of light over darkness, let alone of turning bad itself into good. But with the words, "Let there be light," the Torah presents the goal for each of us as individuals and also for humanity as a whole. This is the divine purpose for our existence. And if this is God's purpose for us, there is no doubt that we'll be able to succeed.